So here are my red onions, and it's providing me with plenty of green onions ready for another harvest. As you can see, I'm considering letting them all get pretty big before I harvest again. Anyway, Kimberly has her triplets at the bottom. I actually fed everything today. This melon is not getting any bigger. It is really not. But there are some other flowers. I don't see any other fruit though. I don't feel like, oh, that's a bean leaves. I was gonna say, is it a melon under there that I didn't see? A whole ass melon. But it's not. So yeah, Wallona's kind of struggling this year, but hopefully I'll get one melon at least for additional seeds. Although I have, what you doing? What you doing? Anyway, oh, there's Pepper. She doing nothing this season, right? Nothing. Well, so it's whatever. The starter table that at this time of year is no longer a starter table. But this is going to be the only reason I'm able to taste Esther, because her mother is in the ground suffering like a mug. Y'all going to see in a second. This is Amara. You can see I chopped her all the way down. I chopped her about a foot down, a foot and a quarter down. Yeah, it is what it is. But the side branches are already starting to flourish because of it. What is she doing? Is there a fly in there? I feel like there's a fly in there. Watch her jump up in a second. Here she go. She jump up to the same spot every time. She's jumping up to the same, right up there, every time. I feel like I let a fly in. If you don't get down from there, get down. We don't do that shit. Yep, a fly. Get the fuck down. I would love to let you play with it, but it seems like it's apparently going to encourage you to. Well, baby, you're going to have to die in the crevices of that window sill, you heard? Oh, such a torturous death, though, you chose. I hope you already gone. Ooh, no, you wasn't. You learned today. I'm sorry you chose it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just go on and just die. 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 Don't try to survive it. Don't try to survive it. Go. Ugh. Y'all, she's in a crevice, and so I'm just loading that crevice up with alcohol. I hope she don't try to survive that in there. I hope she don't. Let me go ahead and. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, she gone. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take you out properly and personally. I just feel like I need to see her gone. I feel like she gonna survive or some shit. And I don't want her to survive and have babies or nothing. But I done squashed her and put her in this paper towel and baggie. But I feel like when I go out and finish my garden stuff, she gonna come alive and survive and come out of this bag. I'm finna put her. I know. I put this in the outside bag, right? That way, if she comes out, she can come out in nature, and her and her babies, I guess, can feast on old foliage. I don't know, shit. Okay, come on, Spider-Man. Let's finish this tour. This is Amara. There are purple tree collards on either side. Here's also a purple tree collard in its own little pot, just surviving. This is Esther. She's supposed to taste like roast beef. Somewhat. It's whatever. My new pepper. Did I let another one in? What the hell? Maybe she's still looking for the other one. Anyway, here's a orange mini sweet pepper, and there's a yellow one, string bean, that I just wanted to see how well it would do in its own little pot, because I might try it indoors. I might try a green bean plant indoors and have a succession plant of them going on. Stop laughing at me. Some of my stuff be working. The ancestors be teaching me shit. Tell them, y'all. People that been around. Okay, there's Walona. There's Rose. And there is Kimberly and her triplets at the bottom there. This is one of Kimberly's girls who's really happy in this little pot. I wanted to see how a huge tomato would do in a small pot, just for good measure. And honey, it is filling out beautifully. And in fact, it might be the cure to the cracks that are normal to this particular variety. Because I'm seeing them grow in such a way that they're going to fill out. They're going to fill out fully in the bottom. Unlike these, which have this going on, and it be looking like it have a gaping ass hole in the bottom, but it just giving itself room to fill all that out, because it's going to be just that freakishly enormous. This is in its young stage, y'all, and it's not even halfway to as big as it's going to get. Matter of fact, this is another one I need to get some stakes for. And so let me get through this little tour. It's a Sesh tour, y'all, though, so ain't no telling how long it's going to, I'm going to try to make it short, because I don't even feel like dragging on myself, and I sure know y'all don't feel like hearing it unless you just hear for your relaxation therapy, in which case, if that's your circumstance, you're welcome. You're welcome, because I know it's peaceful. Okay, Bina's BB's kids. See, I told you the tip cuttings would give me larger leaves if I got them kicked off properly. So whenever I get a tip cutting kicked off properly, this is how healthy the leaves come through. Yes. Maureen, ain't she full? And her leaves are all voluptuous. Like, these are, this is a new set of leaves, but these leaves aren't green and voluptuous like those, are they? The only difference is that corner gets more shade. So maybe that's a significant difference, but it is in two different pots. This is in a grow bag and this is in a pot, store-bought pot. Cucumbers appreciated the food. They got some green on them now. They were not, my cucumbers aren't climbing this year. They're just staying all like crammed into a big bush. I had these same cucumbers. I never had these cucumbers do this before. I'm not mad about it, because it's like a bitch load. Look, there's 4 right there in that shot. 4 and 2 more coming on to 2 other branches. So I'm not mad, but I like to be able to see them so that I can harvest them without rubbing up against other branches. This is one plant, and all this is going on. I fucked with Joshua again, and she showed me, right? She flowered. I showed you guys a flower. I was excited that we was going to get to taste her fruit. Well, I was just thinking, she has a flower. It hadn't rained in I don't know how long. The flower could use some moisture, because I tested the soil. It was dry AF. So I put just a little water. I didn't even put a lot of water. I just put just a little water in there. Probably 2 quarts of water. And for a grow bag that size, that's nothing, right? Oh man, here she come with the yellow leaves. Like, bitch, we talked about this. And not only that, the whole flowering stem detached itself. I almost cried. Here it is. Because I almost had a proper funeral for this hoe. I don't want y'all to see my nails. I was so heartbroken. That was gonna be my first fruit. She doing well otherwise. And thank goddess she has other flowers. There's one. Oh, there's another one that fell off because I watered it. It's detached and browning. Oh my God, I ruined it. It had 2 fruits on it. So I just need to leave well enough alone with her. It seems like I would understand that if she's an introvert and she actually thrives from having her alone time. Don't bother trying to water or feed her. Let her do her thing and she will produce for you profusely. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. If I leave her the fuck alone, keep her pruned back, just for size and height control for my convenience, I'm still human. It's selfish. It's for me now. But Joshua, it's established that she is just as much an introvert as I am, even if for different reasons, or even for some of the same reasons. So I'm gonna just leave her alone and admire her whenever we stroll by. I'm not even kidding. We're not gonna spend no extended time like we're doing right now. We're not gonna spend no extended time, because again, I'm an introvert. I know what it is. She wants to be left alone to her own devices, and I'm gonna let her. Be great, niece. Be great. String beans. I harvested as many as possible today, and then left some other ones to get larger for more food. This is Kimberly. She's flowering. She's trying to flower off in other places, on lower branches. Thank goodness, because when these other branches are done fruiting, I want to chop them all the way back too. So if she's gonna give any other flowers, she can do so just like she doing from lower branches. Cause she too thick to be trying to be tall. She is way too thick. Look, that's too tall. So, yeah, no, girl. Okay, I like to see that. This time of year, I'm looking for additional flowers on my beans. They still have teeny weeny beans that are still being made, so it's still producing food. This is how lush the collards get during this time of year when there's fewer cabbage moth issues in general. Carrots. Some of them are probably ready, but all of them probably have room to stay until I'm ready to actually use carrots in my food, and that's even beyond carrots that I already have on the grocery list. So I wanted a big old harvest of sugar beet greens, but they stopped being as lush in this bed because this bed somehow got depleted. Not somehow, but this bed got depleted of nutrients over time, and it does that. And if I don't change the soil in it, the stuff won't thrive. So anyway, I changed the soil in it. I didn't even change the soil around the perimeter. I just changed a big old chunk in the middle. And in fact, it's still sunken in a little bit lower than the outside. And I'm going to leave it like that because when I transplant other things over here and they start to growing, I'm probably going to amend more soil up to their necks to keep them sturdy and upright in the bed. Ancient ancestral secret. I'm still gonna come jet spray this because this has this whole half of this leaf is missing. So I don't know, that bitch might be hiding in there somewhere. So I'm gonna jet spray those anyway, which you still should, even if you feel like you got your situation under control permanently, because you need to continue. If you're using the water jet spray pest control method, you need to continue to spray your brassicas often. This is actually some spinach and lamb's quarters that is thriving in this container that I wound up having to get rid of. But honey, this lamb's quarters and spinach is loving the struggle. It's doing good things for them. And I'm really tempted to get that spinach and put it in this bed. I might do just that. This is my pepper. The one flower has already formed a pepper. Now, tomatoes are heavy feeders and heavy drinkers, so it's important to make sure that they are not congested and that they get plenty of food and water. The full sun theory, maybe not so much. Although they benefit from the sun. In fact, I like picking them sun warmed. But I have to pick them at their ripest point, and I have to eat them fresh off the plant. Because for me, I found that any time lapse beyond an hour even gives me tough skin on it. And that ruins the whole experience. But this winds up being perfect because I can eat 10 of these fresh. In fact, I think I'm looking for trouble now. So yeah, we got fruit on this one. And I want to find something to replace creme brulee as well because her ripened flavor is not the best. So I'm still searching for a larger tomato with the best flavor. Yeah, so my relatives probably won't even see many of these because I eat them right off of the plant. But on the day that we go visit, this summer ripened, I'll grab them and take them over there. This is the purple sprouting broccoli. Fox said, wait till it cools off and it might do a little something. And it cooled off and it looked like it might be doing a little something. String beans. Beena. I lied and said I was going to harvest a branch of this. But apparently I'm waiting for all of them to get really, really, really huge. Because I'm going to see if I can maximize the food I get out of it that way. Rather than growing more bushes, I'm just going to see how big and voluptuous I can get the branches, which will in turn have bigger and wider leaves. String beans and the violas on each corner. Violas are getting more vibrant because it's a little cool. You can see it's overcast. I still look like I need to hurry up. But I don't feel like, oops, did I just feel a drop? I have that red romaine. My red romaine is coming up. Y'all don't want to see this. Y'all don't want to see some dirt. It's creme brulees, baby. Showing out. She got fruit on the bottom. She got fruit in the middle. She got fruit toward the top. She got fruit coming at the top. The rose, she's semi-happy. I hope she appreciated that food. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. I'm coming out and harvest some of these leaves because at this point, that's the reason I grow this now. So I'm just going to start seeing if I can grow it indoors. And not really worried about growing out here. My season is not long enough to get calyxes. And I do have a source for natural Jamaican sorrel. Walona over here. I twisted the vine back up into the pot. And see, that's how I know the damn bunnies ate the flowers off the other vine. Because it was a flower on every nodule. And then one day I came out and no flowers anywhere to be found. And they just looked like they were just cut off. So I know they ate them down. Anyway, green onions. Again, ready for another harvest, but I'm gonna see if I can let them grow for a minute. Oh, ain't she pretty? She be so pretty this time of year. Look, got a viola over here and over here. Swiss chard there in the middle and over here. I have sugar beets here and here. These big lush green looking things here that have absolutely no damage to them ever. Bro, I don't know how they kept us from knowing about sugar beets. But, know better, do better. Now, to be honest, I don't see myself making my own sugar from it. Who knows? I might, I'm going to give it a shot just to try it. Because that's the kind of shit we do, right? All of y'all, we do that shit. That's how we be learning stuff, by trying shit. Sugar, I don't know. That came from the hailstorm. So that's an actual injury from the hailstorm that we had. That's your spinach substitute. Like, for real, for real. Okay, so these are the kahunas. Oh my God, look at them. They are so enormous. Oh my God, they're so big. They're so big. This one's not even finished growing. This is a big one. They're not even finished growing, but I'm gonna come harvest them. But I wanted you to see them before I did harvest them. They're enormous, aren't they? So the name Kahuna is well earned. The carrots are doing well. I'm not really trying to harvest any of them until I get ready for some carrots. And that's even after I start using some carrots that I got from the grocer. The last batch of carrots that I got from the grocer. So I'm not even in a hurry to harvest my carrots. And now, see, she's trying to be my friend. And I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I have bucked her. I have bucked her I don't know how many times. And she thinks she is my, he, I think that's a he. He thinks he is my friend and we are not friends. His wife need to let him know. But then what she gonna let him know for? Cause she in love with my man. Oh, God, okay. So yeah, these are the kahuna beans, y'all. Speaking of kahuna, my big ass viola. I don't know how they got that big, but I've been spreading them a little bit here and there. Trying to get them all over. I want the same size. Kimberly. I like making sure the branches are inside. I'm going to do a scalping on her. Here's moringa. I have one over here and one over there. Same thing with BB. I got BB over here. We're getting our first okra. So I'm excited about that. This one had a flower, so presumably that next thing is an okra. This okra might be too young to give us anything, but I thought that about this one, and she flowered, so maybe it will. Besides, I have seen some stubby okra plants in some people's gardens. You know, here's the other moringa, another verbena. I'm going to come out and harvest those bottom leaves at some point because I'm running out of leaves in the house. This has a whole lot of fruit on it, and as big as these things get, we gonna see how this baby holds herself up. Okay, now these are the bitches I'm finna scalp them, both of them. Both of them. This is Black Cherry. She just be doing the most in general, which is one of the reasons I love her. But I'm not going to eat that many ripe tomatoes because I'm the only one. I'm the only one out here eating them. Or cherry tomatoes, rather. You know what I mean? Like with the bigger tomatoes, there are things I can do with them. You know, I can make a sauce and freeze that. There are things I can do with them. So I'm going to scalp the hell out of this. I'm gonna scalp the hell out of this because this has flowers and no fruit. And I told you these leaves look weird anyway. They're all, I don't know what kind of crinkled up nonsense is going on with this plant, but I'm about to chop off some branches, and she either gonna fruit or not. Period. Oh, my cucumber is doing really, really well. Only one branch got away from me and got to the back of the fence, but that's okay. Purple tree collard. It was from a tip cutting, and it was getting demolished back there. And there's nothing I can do but jet spray it from a distance, and I could never tell when it was established. And I didn't want to do too much harm to it, so I end up also in the process letting some of the damage get done. So here are my snow peas that are not flowering, not one solitary bit. I don't know what's going on. She, like I said, she getting scalped. Here's Amara. Amara's happy than a month. JV is back there. You know, I forgot to feed her. Here are my callaloo ready for another harvest, because this time of year is ready for a harvest every 3 to 5 days. So yeah, that's why I love it. But I get greedy and forget sometimes. That it doesn't happen till the weather starts to break. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with my callaloo. Nothing, self.
Sometimes it's hard for me to tell myself that I love myself. There's just so much
Oh boy.
to do, but no white waste.
All right, I need to get to work if I'm gonna do all that shit I said I was gonna do. And I'm gonna do most of that shit that I said I was gonna do. And my CBD is gonna see to it.